Page 50, Wrist Staccato. That's really not the name of the piece, but that's what this is about. This is another Hanon piece from the Hanon book. If you haven't yet, you might think about getting the book. It's got some fun stuff in it to work the fingers. Carl Czerny also wrote a book with some fun stuff for the fingers. I have links to both of these books on my Amazon page. You want to go find them, or you can search on Czerny. Typically, now in the Hanon book, this is not staccato. This is you just playing the notes. But this is a good chance they want to introduce you to a technique for playing staccato, which is wrist staccato. It's also known as hand staccato. And that is where you're using the wrist, you're flexing at the wrist. So the whole hand moves, the arm doesn't. Here, that's basically what it is. That's not a big motion. I exaggerate it for the camera so it's easier to see, but it's actually a small motion. And that is the hands on the keys, this the keys, the hands on them, touching them, and I'm simply pushing down and bouncing off. Now if you're going fast, you don't have time for that. You have to do this. That's harder to do. So if you have time, push down and bounce off each time. Here you don't have time. You're going to have to do this. So get the notes first, and it's the same notes in both hands. So it's here. You reach up, you're here. Once you have the pattern, you don't even need the music. Once you get the pattern, you're just going up the keyboard. It's typical Hanon thing until you get up top of page 51. You're up here. And then the double bars. Well, now you're going to start going down. Get the pattern first. Get that worked out. Then we can go back and add the staccatos. You don't have to go very fast. Go as slow as you want to go. It doesn't matter. A wrist staccato each one. It helps sometimes to exaggerate the motion at first so you get a feeling of it, but eventually it'll be a small one. About how loud or soft you are. We're not interested in that. We're interested in getting a feel for this motion. The faster you go, the smaller the motion. The arm should be still. You should be doing that. There's other techniques for playing staccato. We'll get to those later. This is a good one. This one is used mostly in chords where you have multiple notes you got to play. You do it this way. This thing. It's a boom. Remember that you either have legato or staccato. Anything that's not legato is technically staccato. Here we're practicing short staccatos, just real short. You're basically pushing down and bouncing off. You can practice this while playing the scale. While you're playing the scale anyway, just as well practice this too. Or make it interesting because it's so long and repetitious, you can vary it. Change the length of the staccato from time. Maybe it's a... Just separate the notes. Use the wrist still to separate the notes. Like so, but so. Or how long can you make the notes and still separate them? And see if you... But still use the wrist to do it. You can vary the staccato and practice the different lengths staccatos as you're doing this. And speed-wise, it's up to you. As they say moderato, it's actually supposed to be a fast piece, but when you're doing staccato, you can't go quite. I mean, if I were going to play this real fast, I wouldn't use that technique. I'd use a different kind of staccato technique. We'll get to that later. I don't know that you need to play with me, but we need the practice, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to do it slowly. staccatos, and we are going to repeat it. There's a repeat sign there, so let's just go through it together and play it together. Maybe as a duet or something. I don't know. I'll give us 4 counts. Now when we go this slow, you got time to put your hands on the keys and bounce off and then put them on the keys again before you play the next note. I recommend we do that since we're going slow. You need practice at that too. 1, 2, ready, go. Repeat.